What's up, everybody? This is Super Mike. Just getting it together. Let's just go in on everybody. If you coming up into this space, will be an open talk. We're just talking about some of the political goings on around here. Since everybody is enamored and fascinated by the political games that's happening, uh, it's very interesting though for us to be able to pierce through the veil of deception. So I put in the title that politics is warfare and warfare is deception. If you go through some of the history, most of the battles have been won because somebody deceived or tricked somebody into thinking one way, but it really was a different way. And so that's kind of what I meant by that. But look, make sure y'all press the thumbs up, share the button, share the message. Uh, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. Uh, it's not our job to get confused, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we are effective in just focusing the minds of people. I'm always reviewing like what's happening with what are people talking about on Facebook and all this stuff. And right now, I see like there's a lot of stuff going on with I guess the migrant issues. To me, it looks like people are dealing with a lot of this migrant stuff. Yep, no problem. Yeah, people are dealing with the migrant stuff, and you know, we want to touch on it. Right now, Black America is dealing with reparations. So, especially in California, there's a big reparations push. There was two reparations bill, two valid, good uh, bills on the House floor, and supposedly we had the representation to push it through. But one of the scariest things that I think a lot of us, our people, are afraid to deal with. We've been trained to deal with Democrat and Republican, and we always talking about we need a third party, but nobody seems to want to put in the work to make it happen. Right? It takes a minute, but everybody sees the Democrats, Republican parties are corporate owned. They're owned by companies. I mean, literally, but nobody wants to deal with the solution because the solution takes planning. See, so this is just a little bit of a snapshot of stuff that we get on the internet. Internet people. Michael, all you're doing is describing the program. That's how it works for any successful all applicant. All they're doing is making it so that undocumented persons aren't excluded from an already existing program. Wait a minute. All they're doing is making sure. Wait, don't you consider that a threat? Wait, this is a program. Undocumented means these people have come over here without respect to the laws and uh, legal, laws that are specific towards the immigration process, the proper immigration process. These people came over here and they seek to uh, manipulate the laws. Okay, so why should they have access to things that the American citizens have access to? All they're doing is making sure that undocumented persons are excluded from an already existing program. That's one of the problems I have with you. All that, all, all is that you cry about stuff you should be doing and already available to you. Interesting. Okay, so it's not about me. When you're dealing with politics, you're dealing with a group process, right? Aren't we? So these are the kind of comments that we're dealing with. So the bill will effectively allow migrants to buy homes without having to save for years, which American citizens have to do to fund a down payment which is almost always required by financial firms providing mortgages. The loans from the programs don't accrue interest and require monthly payments. This is just some of the stuff. So why wouldn't you, if you were someone in a different country, you didn't have much money, and your friends told you, hey, come up to America, they're giving away money to us. Okay. So I can't necessarily be mad at those people, but at the same time, we don't want stuff like that to attract. Why should we be rewarding people with those tax dollars? So stuff like that is the distribution of resources. Okay, the politics is determining where these resources are going. And when you say something to defend your position as a black person, they already have black people prepared, mentally brainwashed to use their influence to tell us stuff like this. So this is a characterization of these folks. Empowering words Democrats use when addressing black people. Motherfuckers, you stupid motherfuckers, you ignorant motherfuckers, you fools, you stupid fools. Shut the hell up. Get in line. Y'all dumb. Go vote for us. You dumbasses. This is the type of language. Now, what salesperson, if I'm trying to encourage you, influence you to do something, this how we talk? This how we get people to do something? Well, that's how you get slaves to operate. That's how you get slaves to operate. So, so I do want to touch on some of this political stuff today. So let me touch on some of this. And keep in mind, guys, if you guys want to come up, make sure you press the thumbs up or let me know that you want to come up. I'll drop the link, and I might just go ahead and drop it. But right now, we're just going to go through some of this stuff. So right now, we've been looking at this over here. Let me share this screen. Hold on a second here. All right. Hold on. And I'm on X right now, so let's look at some of this. Everybody wants to. So let's look at some of this here. Right now, I'm actually going to be supporting Dr. Cornel West. Not that I agree with everything that he has said, okay? But the results of what he's doing is the right trend. So that's why I'm going to be supporting him. Let me see here. And I do encourage everybody else to look into his campaign. So let me play this real quick.
And we want to make sure that we are going all the way. We are living at the low point in the history of this nation. We need fight back. And we need fight back with morality, with spirituality, integrity, honesty, dignity. We need statesmen, not garden variety politicians at this moment in this country. Please come with me. Let's do it together.
So
I need you to help me get on the ballot. That is my major priority. We want to make sure that people have a choice, and we want to make sure that we are going all the way. We are living at the low point in the history of this nation. We need fight back, and we need fight back with morality, with spirituality, integrity, honesty, dignity. We need statesmen, not garden variety politicians at this moment in this country. Please come with me. Let's do it together.
So Cornel West, he's getting help, and he deserves help. His campaign started really good because of his unique ability to motivate and speak. But he kind of flopped it off because this is his first time actually running. He's doing it, like he said, in his way, uh, in control. So my thing with him is he kind of flouted off a little bit. Yeah, he kind of flouted off a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna write him in. Now he's not on the ballot everywhere, but I'm gonna write him in because to me, this is why I do this. Listen, we got to get out this mindset of wasted vote. Your vote is what you believe. That's your belief. Okay. And when you document through the history books that you believe in this person or you believe in what this candidate says, that's documented history. So if you're lying just because you think this person's gonna win anyway. Well, if they're gonna win anyway, what did they need you for? What did they need your vote for if they're gonna win anyway? Oh, well, we gotta keep the other person from getting win. Really? They got us with that one. But it's absolute insanity. Because you can't the agenda is going on. We should know this. These agendas are being pushed by the corporations, no matter who gets into these offices. Okay. So the point is, now, do I expect Cornel West to actually get into these White Houses and stuff like that? No. But, it should be documented through this point in history. This many people actually supported this message. So if you support a message like that, that's what you vote for. If you don't support any message, don't vote. If there's no message out there that you can support, don't do it. That's documented history as well. But, all of these main candidates, it's like, to me, we had a right to write people's names in. That's documented. That's all this for. Because the thing is, the corporations are going to push one of their candidates in, which is Donald Trump or Kamala Harris right now. So one of those people are going to get in there. It doesn't matter to really, if we're actually caring about solutions. True enough, we think that the Donald Trump appointment would slow down the migrant mix. I would say the migrant mix. But, really, what is that doing? Because the agenda, we should know, we should remember what Joe Biden told everybody. He says that America is doomed. This is the current president, okay? The current president told everybody in the world on a Zoom call, he said that America is doomed, not only because of African Americans, so it means it's because of Black people. They're focusing on Black folks. Okay. It's not only because of Black folks, he says America is doomed because white people are lower birth rate, basically. That's what he said. White people are lower birth rate, and we're going to have to start learning how to deal with Hispanics. So that's what they did. They got all the Hispanics in because they do consider Hispanics white. They don't necessarily want to mix with Hispanics, but to them, they're desperate. They're desperate because of all this miscegenation, all of this love, y'all mixing in, y'all turning everything Black again, which is what Black folks do. We do it without even knowing it. And so the thing is, and they want to push abortion and murder on us. A lot of people are going for it, but a lot of people are not going for it. A lot of people don't want to murder their babies. We just kind of don't want to do that. Hillary Clinton, people rejected her. Margaret Sanger was her hero. So, of course. So now they're just going all out. They're going all out. So the Black people are fighting for reparations. And the reparations fight is the fight for actual power. You're transferring power the ability to direct your own future, the ability to direct your own resources to where they should go. See, right now, who has the ability to direct the resources? It's the politicians. Who owns the politicians? It's the businessmen. So they have the ability to direct the resources back into their pockets without even competing for it on the marketplace. Okay? So these multinational businesses, these very large corporations, they have the ability to control the politician, to get these tax loopholes and all these different things. And they basically not only redirect the power, but they the money, but they redirect the influence right back through taxes. Easy. Buy up your land. I mean, just all the sorts of schemes that's happening right now. So let's look at what's happening here with this reparations council right now. Over here in California, people are hot and mad. Black folks are down there at the assembly screaming at these black folks.
Yeah, no reparation, no vote. If you don't give me no reparation, you ain't getting no vote. Y'all gave me the
So something happened here with the reparations bills, which were very simple bills. All they needed was the law was just get an organization that will help redirect the funds to the proper people. And then it was a bill that all the eminent domain state taken of properties, all those eminent domain cases where the state took property and they show it was a racial intent behind it. It was a race situation behind it. Compensate those people and those families. That's reparations. Okay. They didn't pass that. So
SB 1403, 1331, can you bring it to the floor? We dropped you work for us, we don't do
now, what I like to see is look at the faces of people. Look how they can look at their voters. They look right at black people. These are the black people. They could look right at black people. These are the lawmakers. These are supposedly the representatives. They can look right at you. Look at him. He looks right at them and just walk straight. They don't care. And even this one's trying to look down. He's looking down. That don't do nothing. You're looking right down. You're not looking at them in the eye. This one look right in your face. He don't care. They know they're about to sell out. They know that they're about to betray their own people. Okay? And if they may not consider these black folks their own. And why are they doing this? What is the motivation that once you put someone in office, they will go against the people, black people though? This is what I want to explore. See, cut the check. Reparations now. People are, black folks are wanting power, fighting for. We're sick of the games. Okay. This is happening in California. This happened today, basically. When did this happen? 3 hours ago. She retweeted this, Camilla Moore. Let's see. The amendments to the Senate to Senator Bradford's bill to create a reparations agency proposed requiring the Department of Finance to set aside only $6 million to research the recommendations. What? They always want to research something. Just make the organization. $6 million to research the recommendations made by the task force. What? Proposed amendments, former law under July 1st, 2023, established by the task force to study. See, the study was done by the task force. Now they want to commission more studies. Okay, nobody is with this mess. Let's see what this man's got to say.
Much of 1403, and it turned it into an additional study. We've studied this for 2 years, which is just a simple amendment that pretty much gutted much of 1403, and it turned it into an additional study. We've studied this for 2 years on the task force. We've studied it for decades as Americans, the harms and the effects of slavery here. So we didn't need another study. Now is the time for action. And, I was ready to have these votes taken up and get them to the governor's desk. I mean, now it's time for profiles and courage. And which is just a simple amendment that pretty much gutted.
So this is a simple amendment. So this is what a lot of people are, forgetting to support. See, you can argue and fight for certain things, but then sometimes when progress is made, we're not ready for it because we're so used to fighting for nothing. We fight and expect to lose. Okay, a lot of times people fight and expect to lose. So, hey, make sure you guys press the thumbs up, share this message for me. I know there's a lot of, everybody ain't on here. Let me see. What we got? Let me look at what's happening here. We got to share everything. I know, we're a small podcast, but guess what? We're going to speak some truth. We're going to get some unique information out there. We're going to get some news out there. And, somebody's going to hear it, right? So let me share it on mine too. Somebody's going to hear it. Hold on a second. Let's share some more. Like I said, guys, make sure you all share this on your Ask Questions. And thanks for the comments. Yep. I support Cornel West. Otherwise, to me, you're wasting your vote. To me, it's a wasted vote. If you support and these candidates are bought out by the corporation, they said BlackRock. They said 3 corporations own 88% of the S&P 500 stocks. And out of 10, let me see if I can find that point. They said out of 10, the top 10 donors of Kamala Harris's campaign raised over $400 million for her. So really what they're doing is buying votes. 10 people determine the election. It's not what you think it is. And this is because of what? The Citizens United decisions and the fact that they just, this is how they steal elections. This is what they do. And the thing is, to resolve that, I think people need to get a little more knowledge of the history. What's up, James? No, I don't think he needs his own country. I mean, I guess so. In a way, I could look at that and say, yeah, Cornel West needs his own country. Yeah, in a way, I could see it. Well, Texas may succeed because the thing is, that governor down there, he blocked a lot of those migrants against the federal government's wishes, and his tactics were successful. So, this is where we are at now. So this is the kind of situation that the United States is in, and that's why I'm saying people need to understand this is what's going on. So let me go into this one. Let me go here. Hold on a second here. So let's go into some of this migrant stuff. Now, I have people telling me that, we're going to vote for Trump because, the illegal migrants. But those people are here. Trump is not saying that he's going to send these folks home. Just understand this.
And we will end very rapidly veterans homeless. When I take
Now listen to what he says. He's not, y'all listen first. We just going to, then I'll comment. Hold on.
When I take office, I will sign an executive order to stop every penny that Harris has been spending on the shelter and transport of illegal aliens, and we will redirect that money to provide shelter and treatment for homeless American veterans.
Listen to that. And they're clapping for that. Hold on. Now that's okay. They should have money for homeless and veterans anyway. So there should be money already for homeless veterans, but okay. But wait a minute. What about the deportation situation? Because right now we got a lot of folks in here. He didn't actually try to solve the problem. He's going to stop them from paying for these people to stay somewhere. And
when I take office, I will sign an executive order to stop every penny that Harris has been spending on the shelter and transport of illegal aliens, and we will redirect that money to provide shelter and treatment for homeless American veterans.
So shelter and transport, he's going to stop the federal government. But actually, if you look at it, the Texas is the ones that's been paying for the transports to go to Chicago, to Colorado, to go to New York, to go to Washington, D.C., to go to some places in California. Texas, the states have been paying for that, right? They're spreading them around. The Chicago city in the states has been paying for their shelter, stealing from the black tax fund. So he's not solving the problem here. He's not beefing up ICE to make those folks follow the rules or leave. None of that's happening. So keep in mind, that's one whole corporate plantation candidate. Now, Trump is a little bit less corporate plantation, but he is corporate plantation because how much money is going to be required to spend to win these elections? Now look at what's happening in Aurora, California, Colorado. So let's look at this here. Well, let's see. So let's look at this. Let's see.
And get them off the street. Kaufman also saying he can't share too much about what that's happened.
Lord have mercy.
And really a lot of the debate has been, is this the fault of the apartment management company or is this the work of Venezuelan gangs? New information this morning, Aurora police teaming up with the CBI and the Colorado State Patrol to better address concerns about the violent Venezuelan gangs. Investigators believe some members are from Venezuela, gangs responsible for this jewelry store heist we brought to you. This happened in Denver earlier in the summer. All three agencies now creating a task force which will allow them to maximize resources and share intelligence about the ongoing investigations. Mayor Mike Kaufman saying they've been talking about it for a while now. One of their initial goals is to engage and learn from the migrant community.
Lord have mercy, God. Engage and learn from the migrant community. Wow. Just interesting to me. Engage. That's their objective. They're showing you a violent armed robbery. Okay? A forced robbery with guns. Okay? And they know where these are Venezuelan gangs. Okay? This is in Colorado here. They're flying their flag. Let me see something here. Let's see. Whose flag is that? Just want to see. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that flag there. That's their flag. Look at that flag. Hold on. See, there it is. That's their flag. They did not come over to this country to try to become Americans and to, be into the melting pot and all that kind of thing. They are bringing Venezuela here. That's what they're doing. They're coming to take over, to change you into them. That's what they're doing. They're not trying to become you. They're turning you into them. And that's just what it is, guys. So, the United States is gone. Yeah, CIA goes to Venezuela, Venezuela comes to US. So, yeah, we should just accept it. It's fair, right? I mean, it's happening anyway. It's nothing you're going to do to stop it. It's too late. Well, you can slow some of this stuff down, but you can't stop it because they already brought it over here. There's too many people here now. You're not going to get them all. Even Trump is not saying how you're going to deport nobody. So it's done. It's pretty much done. So anyway, I'm not going to make it too long, but we're just going to go through some of the things. These are some of the political hotspots and situations that's going on in the United States of America, 2024. No, the CIA, and I went through some of the history of some of the CIA here, Allen Dulles, and those people when they came from World War II and the Nazis, protecting the i.e. Fairburn, the final solution, protecting the Nazis. Yeah, I went through some of that. They're some of the slickest, sneakiest people around. The CIA is really just the CIA is actually, I refer to them as the military wing of the corporations. They go there, break the country, steal and make it so that they can steal the resources easily. And then because you can't steal a stable community's resources. So they go somewhere and create instability, create gangs, create death, destruction. And then they can go in there and say, hey, they don't tell you we the ones who made the problem. But yeah, they go in there. You got a problem here. We will come and we will solve the problem. Oh yes, please help us. See, and once you legitimize them, let's say come in and solve my problem for me. Now you have given over the rulership of your country to them because you're asking them to run it now because you couldn't do it. So they got to solve the problem. You're giving them authority over you. That's the trick. That is how they do it. That is the trick. That's what's happening right now to us here. They're bringing folks over. They already know it's the problem. They know what problems they're bringing over. These people ain't dumb. If you see it, they see it. They seen it before you. Let's look at this one. So I just type in Aurora, Colorado. I don't type in nothing else. And these are the things that pops up. So there's a big thing right now where these guys they're showing that these migrants are taking over apartment complexes in Colorado. So if they're successful in doing stuff like that, of course you can expect that everywhere, right? So get ready. They don't want to stay in shelters no more. They want to stay where you stand. They don't see why they should stay in a shelter and you sitting over there in a place when they in a shelter and they walked all the way from their home to here. You should leave and they should stay there. That's what they feel.
Meu Deus. Perdi aqui o Google. Lord.
There you have it. This is America now. So here it is again. Let's listen to this one. This brother's actually putting commentary on it.
If I told you this was happening in 2024, would you believe me? Let me tell you how crazy this is. In Aurora, Colorado, there's a Venezuelan gang that has taken over 2 apartment buildings. I kid you not. The landowner has contacted the local authorities. They said there's nothing they can do about it. That's SMART laws, bro. I kid you not. Look this up. Number 2, he went to the FBI. They said there's nothing they can do. And he even went to the marshals, y'all. And this Venezuelan gang has taken over the apartment building. They're charging the tenants inside rent money like they're the landlords. Meanwhile, the real landlord can't get these people evicted. All the people that's leaving the apartment buildings, as soon as they leave, these Venezuelan gang members are just moving in more gang members to a point where they are taking over the building with guns. There's no more security there. Like, look this up right now. And this is exactly what I was talking about like 2 weeks ago. Oh, not even 2 weeks ago on a couple of my videos. This is what they want. Attack within. Y'all better stay safe. Y'all better stay safe. This is what they want. For the country to be attacked from within. Black people versus the brown people. Let them fight it out. You see what I'm saying? Y'all better stay safe. It's getting crazy out here. Because it's going to get to a point where it's going to start affecting you. You may not live in Aurora, Colorado, but the fact that it's happening, man, this is crazy. Y'all better stay safe. Man. I've been seeing videos about the same Venezuelan people be in the stores looking to kidnap people and child trafficking. It's going to shambles. And y'all telling me Trump ain't needed. And y'all telling me Trump ain't needed.
The thing is, though, they broke Trump down. Trump is not going to, he's not going to stop it. You know, that's what a lot of us don't understand. It's not going to stop from outside of us. We can't depend on this other community anymore to run the society. We know how it should go. What's going to have to happen is we're going to have to start actually getting together with people of like-minded and start creating enclaves. That's how it's going to happen. This is the new normal. So the trend is going to go there. Once people start to realize what it's going to take, then you're going to see that trend.
Come on now. Go look this shit up. This shit ain't no joke, bro. They're literally securing the area with guns. They're not even like, it's crazy. It's getting crazy. Stay prepared. TTG, time to go.
Let's see. You see that? That's interesting, ain't it? I'm just going through some of this. This is what I use for the cover. You got people. They have got to put SOS, talking about help us. And these are Hispanic folks. This is what, you know.
Venezuelans is taking over.
Let me see.
They just jacked them? Oh, me. These niggas is out here tripping. Venezuelans is taking over. They just jacked them? Oh, me. These niggas is out here tripping. Bro, damn, they done made a mess and shit.
Y'all are on bullshit out here. That is on bullshit.
Oh, shit. What the? Yeah, they're tripping. Nigga, they cracking off in the air and everything. They driving over the. Nigga, we almost just got hit. These niggas is on bullshit. I'm trying to record, but I gotta watch it.
So that's what it's on, guys. And you know, I'm just putting it out there. What's going on here? This is the political situation in the United States. This is the breakdown of society. I mean, this is what James, we need you back here. You know, it's time for you to come on over. Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting that somebody can tell the local authorities and the FBI, and there's not a massive response internally. This is an internal issue. So that was weird to me. So let me end this off with some of the stuff that we've been talking about. Excuse me. This is something here I want to talk. So it says the people who currently own this world don't care which ruler you choose. They care only that you keep choosing to be ruled. Okay. And I agree with that. So I says basically exactly voting for the two company candidates only legitimizes their theft. Now we can choose independent leadership, but it won't be slavery. We will have to work. I messed up. Let me edit this here. And then somebody says, does spending the dollar legitimize their theft? Which is a disingenuous question. But it doesn't, because spending money is different from voting. You cannot vote and still live, still get your resources and control things. In this society right now, you need to spend money in order to barter, in order to do a means of exchange. So it's two different things. And this guy knows that. So no. Khalif, you know that. Let's see. This dude, he's dependent on Trump. Here's another video I put out.
That is not reproducing on its own with this.
So remember, this is a few years back when Biden got elected, 2021. Kamala Harris went to the White House. This is her replacement, a Latino guy. This is not Harry Reid, but I forgot this dude's name, but he's a senator, Chuck Schumer. And he's telling you what to expect. He's telling you with those people behind him, what they're going to do. And he's telling you why. So let's listen.
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
See that? So they already told you what time it was. They already told you what time it was. They're bringing them all here. Everybody who want to come. Because they don't have a population that's reproducing on its own. And, you know, you still got people looking to them to solve the problem. They're creating the problem. See, you know, hopefully one day we'll get this stuff in our heads, but, you know, it's just going to take time. The solutions, well, we think he would support more immigration. Maybe. I don't. The only reason why I don't think it would be because, see, this is good. Immigration actually is not the foundation of the problem. The foundation of the problem, and that's what Dr. Cornel West is important to study some of that, what he's talking about. And the same thing, the reason why they didn't let Bernie Sanders in, which, you know, I don't like Bernie Sanders either. I don't like all this stuff that he's talking about. I'm not caring about like Trump. I don't like Trump. I don't like Kamala Harris. I'm not worried about liking the people. This is a big deception that a lot of us got because it's the systems that control them. So what happened with Cornel West, the reason why he would actually be better if he won't actually get close, but even him running is actually better because it focuses people on the solution. You have to, the thing that these people are most afraid of that they've tried to demonize is called redistribution of resources, redistribution of money, to redistribute the wealth. That is what you got to do. That's what's happening right now, actually, but it's happening from the bottom up. That's why the rich are getting richer. They're paying, I think, let me see how much this election costs. I think they said this election costs. Let me see how much they cost. You can't buy this. So how much does it cost? Let me see. United States presidential election. Yeah, let's just do Wikipedia. Let's just go. All right, so 20. See, this is what's happening. These people pay so much money to get elected. So 60, yada, yada, yada. I'm just trying to go through it. I'm not trying to really read all this stuff here. I just want to go through it about his age, distance, net. Cost, procedure, election interference, false claims. That's a bunch of crap. All right, so this is not the thing to look at. I want to look at cost of the election. Let's see. Cost of the election. Let's see. This is the 22. So this one. Okay, so 8.9 billion. Congressional races. The presidential race, they don't have it there. Wow. So the congressional races altogether in 2020 cost 9.9 billion. But the presidential race costs 6 something billion. So 1 billion is 1,000 million, right? So, that's a lot. That's a whole lot of cash. And nobody can pay that except very, very rich donors. Once you pay that money, the candidates themselves don't have that. Even Donald Trump didn't have that amount. So this is your source of your problem. Now, the only people who can do anything about that problem is somebody who's not going to take the money, which is very difficult because how are they going to get elected? So you see, that's because we're living in capitalism. So the system has to actually burn itself out, which is what we're seeing. We're seeing the breakdown of the society. Whatever, right now, I'm just going off of what they said. So I'm sure there was probably some differences there, but I'm sure it costs a lot of money because there's a decision that the Supreme Court came up with called Citizens United that said that donating money was free speech. So they could not restrict the money. Citizens United. And this stuff happens over years. Nobody knows about this stuff until it's a problem. Because they know that all you have to do is not do everything at one time. And then people, by the time you do your main thing, they're in so deep, they feel hopeless. They're not going to do anything about it. So the court held 5-4 that the freedom of speech clause of the First Amendment prohibits the government from restricting independent expenditures for political campaigns by corporations, nonprofit organizations, labor unions, and other associates. Docket no motion for preliminary injunction. Basically, you can't stop them from giving us, you can't put caps on how much money they give. So the corporations have more money than the unions. So you can't buy a candidate that can stand up to these corporations. They're getting money hand over fist. And then they're writing the laws to funnel the money back to them, to themselves. So they run it, okay? And then they are not past killing candidates if they need to. But they don't even you don't even get that far to where they have to do that to you. They can just not let you get far enough in there. But I think that that the assassination attempt on Donald Trump was them letting him know, like, dude, we will take you out. We got some time. The last time we took somebody out was Kennedy, and so we can take you out. And we feel we can deal with the repercussions. So that's what time is on, So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, politics suck. So the only thing that's going to actually correct this system is because it's a dysfunctional system. It's not legitimate. Unfortunately, it's going to collapse, and it is collapsing. When you see foreign immigrant gangs coming in and people can't defend themselves because they don't have the resources to defend themselves. The cops won't do anything. The FBI won't do anything. Why not? So that means that the system is broken down. Okay. They're not allowed to do anything or they can't even do anything. So you got renegade vigilante groups, so-called Hell's Angels in that situation. I didn't show y'all that. But these so-called Hell's Angels are coming up there saying that they're coming to Colorado to kick these migrants out of this. They're just creating hell on earth. Look, you got fire and brimstone every damn where. They said the Hell's Angels said that they're coming to kick the migrants out. Hold on a second. Trying to show you. Let's see. I'm just going to type migrants. See, because migrants coming to your country is not a problem by itself. And this is the white chick.
Heading to Colorado, to Aurora. This is going to be interesting. Anybody else hear that? Like I've seen footage of it, but you know, things get like crossed on here, but wow.
So they got motorcycle gangs, Hell's Angels says coming to get you fuckers. They coming to Colorado to fight the Venezuelan gangs. Okay. Because the FBI said they can't do anything. And you got groups of illegal migrants are trying to hijack school buses full of children here in California, according to this report. So, I mean, the thing is, but like I said before, it's not really the migration. You're not screening them. So you got criminals coming over here, okay? Then you're not redistributing the wealth so that the citizens are healthy enough to protect the country. You got to have a population who is loyal to the country, that is willing to, that is equipped to be able to protect the country. Oh, well, too bad with her. Anyway, so that's what we're dealing with. So, I mean, I just typed migrants. That's all I typed. I didn't put nothing else with it. And all of these type of stories are coming up. That's all that's coming up. Everything, this is what's coming up. Let's see. So New York City stops giving food stamps to Venezuelan migrants because they refuse to spend it on American food. Dude, this stuff is crazy. But this is what we got going on. But, you know, like I said, guys, let me know what you think. This is what's happening out here. This is what the regular news is not really telling you about. You know, it is what it is. No, it's the breakdown of society. This is this society. This is a breakdown. So this is the Western world society. America is the linchpin in Western world society. So, you know, that's kind of how that is. It's a breakdown. You know, that's what's happening. Also, too, let me just mention this too. So we had a situation where internationally, I think because the black people were, let me see, black folks were not, basically we're staying neutral from the Palestinian situation. Let me see. Let me see if there's any news on this. Let's see. Well, you got a lot of Palestinians angry because black people are not out there fighting for them, which I don't understand that, because black folks, we have to see them fighting for us like that. But you know, you got some black people out there standing with some of them, but you know. So let's listen to what she says.
Let's start with like basic respect when I'm walking down the street. So of course I've mentioned before in my previous videos that when I lived in Palestine, I dressed modestly, but not necessarily so. I mostly wore jeans and things like that, but there were times that I wore a mini skirt, where I did wear a crop top. I'm gonna attach the photo so you guys can see. I also clearly have prominent tattoos on the upper part of my body. When I would walk through town and things like that, I would get maybe a few glances, but nothing that really stuck out to me. I never saw any man like craning his neck to like look at the back of me or anything like that. People would greet me all the time, really respectfully, but I was never catcalled. I was never followed. I was also never touched. Mind you, all of these things happened to me while living in Europe and in the US. But none of it happened to me at all in Palestine. Now let's get into relationships that I had with men. So I never dated in Palestine. Some of my coworkers did, but the great majority of my Palestinian friends were actually men. In the main friend group that I had, we actually met them at a cafe where they came up to us and was asking us about, where we were from because they spoke English and they just wanted to know more about my coworker and I. And so for
All right. So anyway, that's that. But I know I've seen some stuff, but I don't think it's coming up as much. So that's okay. There's a lot of black people, they're not dealing with the Palestine thing. And a lot of people say that they're having problems with that. But black people, we should be minding our own business anyway. So it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't really matter to us. And like I said, nowadays I'm seeing way more black Palestinians than I've ever seen. They're starting to show black Palestinians, because if you were to look at the news and in some of the reports, you would never see black people there. You would just think that they all were these brown, light-skinned type of people, but you see a lot of black Palestinians more. It's interesting because now they want black people to advocate for their butts. Yeah. So anyway, I did want to mention that. I wanted to mention Traore. I think we had some situations where these let me see. Let me see. I think they had another coup attempt in the Niger region where Traore is the leadership. Hold on a second. That's an old one. Trying to see if there was a modern one, but I guess it's not. Let's see. Nope. I don't see one for 2024, so I'm not going to even click on that. But Mali took its Niger took its independence, and that whole Sahel region took its independence, and it's making the Western governments angry. So there's a lot of movement happening, and it's probably going to be a minute before things settle down, but we should be looking at some of these developments and, just making our plans. We got to protect ourselves, but at the same time, there's going to be opportunities in there for everybody. So anyway, guys, that's all I got today. Make sure you guys, thanks for being in attendance. Thanks for all your comments, especially James. We got more new thanks and welcome to Guardian Archives. Thank you for all your valuable comments. Don't be a stranger. Drop your links if you got any other spots where you do what you do, Guardian. Let us know where you do what you do. We want to go support you as well for where you're at. And everybody, you keep on making comments after this in the chat. Share it. Press the thumbs up. Peace out.